He may not be Spanish, but Vernon's Lance Carr loves flamenco. He dreams of one day playing Rodrigo's Concierto de Aranjuez, a classic of the genre, with a full orchestra. His abilities have even won him a guitar and lessons with the acclaimed Ruben Diaz, who also taught him a new way to use lip balm.
The more you play, the better you can get, probably. That's, I mean, pretty much, if you just play, 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes, or half an hour once every 6 months or something, and that's, you're not going to advance as, say, the person who, say he gets the chance on a Sunday, he'll sit down for 6 hours. It even got to the point for me where it was like 12, it was just an obsession, and like all day, I was just like, it was probably a bit unhealthy. I wouldn't even, I'd forget to eat. I was so like just completely absorbed in it. But I think that's part of the draw, right? I can just kind of, any pressure or stress or any difficulty in life, it all disappears. You're just in this sort of fantasy and just, and you can kind of express your emotions, and it's very therapeutic. For the most part, the learning this style was me trying to figure it out on my own. It was very frustrating, very difficult, and it's taken me a long time. And I was really bad at first, and got a little bit better, a little bit better. Just last week, actually, I figured out a trick that's made it so I can. I'm almost at the point right now where I'm really happy where I'm at. I can kind of do what I want to do now. I don't get stuck. I make mistakes sometimes, right? But I don't. I can play as fast as I want and as loud as I want right now, and that only actually happened on Saturday night because I did something to my fingers. I I rub chapstick on it. It sounds totally stupid and ludicrous. I thought this one teacher, Ruben Diaz, talks about it, right? And he said, that it works, But I thought, like, no way, right? Like, that's kind of silly, stupid. Like, why would you want to get all that yucky stuff on your strings, right? That's going to be messy and, like, it's got to affect the sound or something. But so the first time I actually really tried it was this Saturday, so I take it all and I rub it all over my nails, and fingers and everything that kind of makes the back and the front and underneath that makes contact with the strings, right? And so the cool thing about that is I don't get stuck. I used to play and then all of a sudden kind of like catch because it was dry or just not, like, almost like the lubrication of the chapstick actually makes it so you don't get stuck. It's just like this. You just do this on the strings basically, right? And if you got the right little chapstick or whatever, you don't get stuck. And I can play as fast and as loud as I want now. I mean, I don't mean to be arrogant, but I'm pretty excited about it, so it's kind of cool. My dad is big into Westerns, so we'd watch, like, Clint Eastwood and all that. And, of course, they got, like, some Mexican stuff in there, right? Like, Mexican music isn't necessarily flamenco per se, but, there's that Spanish influence. So even in, like, I think it was Zorro or something, they'd play something and it was pretty close to, like, real flamenco kind of, right? There's that kind of exotic, exciting, just, like, it's very passionate, and you can kind of express, I don't know, I just felt like I could really connect with it. And I got more and more addicted to it the more I heard, the real stuff from Spain, it's amazing. It's really amazing. There was a contest on YouTube, and what you had to do was there's a video where I have to play. It's actually Paco de Lucia's music, one of his songs. It was like I think it's called a rumba, and so I had to just watch Ruben Diaz play that on YouTube, And then from just seeing that video, I had to try to copy him exactly note for note and record myself doing it and write out the music for it. So I did that, and I sent it off, and I was kind of like, you know, I really wanted to get these guitars because this is what you get. It's a grant for this, you know, if you win, right? And I was just like, I want this guitar so bad because like it would totally make my playing better, and it has like a million times. The company's Andalusian guitars, but the model is Marcelo Barbero, a 1945 model, right? So yeah, it's got some cool features like the sound hole. That's not Marcelo Barbero's. That's a modern thing they added to it, but yeah. So you can. It's kind of like having your ear right there. It's pretty nice. Seems really loud. You can really get into it. I didn't think I would win, but I sent it off anyways, and it's like praying that I would. And I heard back. I don't know how much later, but a little bit later, and yeah, I ended up winning, so it was amazing. I have goals. I mean, probably a lot of them are more dreams, and like there's one really amazing piece of music that's flamenco guitar, written for flamenco guitar with symphony. It's called the Concierto de Aranjuez, I think is how you pronounce it, and it's probably the most beautiful piece of music I've ever heard. And Paco Lucia plays it as well, and it's just, yeah. If you want it, yeah. In my opinion, it's probably one of the most amazing things musically ever. So yeah, if I could play that with maybe even the Okanagan Symphony or something, that'd be amazing. That would be like a dream come true. So maybe one day.
For more information on this week's performers,
Back to
find
when
them on the
good was
web.
good and black was black and white was white.
Take me back when I first saw you, when you said everything would be alright.